What if I told you that almost everything you've been taught about how to learn is wrong? That the methods and strategies you've relied on for years are actually hindering your progress? Not just a little off, not just slightly misguided, but fundamentally backward. A complete inversion of how your brain truly absorbs and processes information. We've all heard the labels, the convenient boxes we're told to fit ourselves into. I'm a visual learner, someone who thrives on images, diagrams, and anything that stimulates the eyes. I'm an auditory learner, absorbing knowledge best through lectures, discussions, and anything that engages the ears. We bought into this neat system because it felt simple, offering a sense of order in the complex world of education. An easy answer for why we struggled. A pre-packaged explanation for why certain subjects felt like climbing a mountain. But it's mostly fiction. A comforting lie that prevents us from truly understanding how our minds work. The learning styles myth has sold a lot of books, filled countless seminars, but it hasn't helped us learn better. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry built on a shaky foundation. The truth? Your brain is far more complex, more nuanced, and more capable than any simple label can capture. It doesn't just pick one channel, it's a supercomputer constantly processing information from multiple sources simultaneously. Imagine telling a master carpenter he can only use a hammer, that he's forbidden from using saws, screwdrivers, or any other tool in his arsenal. Ridiculous, right? A complete waste of his potential and expertise. Your brain uses sight, sound, and feeling all at once, constantly integrating sensory input, weaving them together into a rich tapestry of understanding. The idea that you're hardwired to only learn one way is not just wrong, it's demonstrably false. It's limiting. It confines you to a narrow path, preventing you from exploring the full spectrum of your cognitive abilities. We fell for it because it gave us an excuse, a convenient scapegoat for our learning challenges. The teacher didn't use enough pictures, or the lecture was too dense and auditory. Instead of, I haven't figured out how my mind works yet, I haven't developed the strategies to overcome these challenges. But here's the good news, there's a better way forward. The moment you stop blaming a style and start understanding your strategy, the moment you take ownership of your learning process, everything changes. The real secret isn't about being a visual or auditory learner, it's not about fitting into predefined categories, it's about discovering your brain's natural cognitive pattern, your unique way of processing and retaining information. Research in cognitive science is turning the old model on its head, revealing the intricate workings of the human mind. We all have the same basic equipment, the same fundamental brain structures. But each of us has a preferred way of using it, a unique approach to learning and problem solving. It's not about limitation, it's about preference, understanding your strengths and leveraging them effectively. Like being right or left-handed. It's simply a matter of neurological predisposition. Are you ready to find out which hand your brain prefers to learn with? Are you ready to unlock your full learning potential? Your brain isn't a neat office with meticulously labeled filing cabinets, each holding perfectly organized documents. It's not a sterile environment where information is passively stored and easily retrieved. School often taught us to memorize isolated facts and file them away in our minds, as if that was the key to unlocking knowledge. We were encouraged to absorb information like sponges, as if we were biological hard drives, capable of storing vast amounts of data without any loss or degradation. But if that approach truly worked, we'd all be walking encyclopedias, geniuses who never forgot a single thing we learned. The reality is often quite different, isn't it? The reality? Your brain is far more dynamic and engaging than a simple storage device. Your brain is a workshop, messy, noisy, and creative. Information gets pulled apart, deconstructed into its fundamental components, connected, linked to other pieces of information, experiences and emotions, and rebuilt, transformed into something entirely new and unique. It's not just stored passively on a shelf gathering dust. A new fact about Roman history might get bolted onto a movie scene you remember, adding depth and context to both. A math concept might suddenly click when you connect it to a real-life project you're working on, making the abstract concrete and understandable. The real meaningful work of learning happens in this active construction process, in the hands-on manipulation of ideas and information, not in the quiet, passive storage of facts. So, what kind of builder are you in this workshop of your mind? Cognitive science now focuses on cognitive patterns, the unique ways our brains process information and solve problems. It's all about understanding your brain's default strategy for making sense of new information and experiences. Some brains naturally look for the big picture first. They want to see the overall structure and how everything fits together. We call them the pattern seekers. Others prefer to dive into the details, meticulously examining each piece and building their understanding piece by piece. These are the detail collectors. Neither approach is inherently better than the other. They're simply different ways of engaging with the world. A well-functioning workshop needs both the visionary architect who designs the overall structure and the skilled craftsman who meticulously executes the details. The real trick to unlocking your learning potential is knowing which one you are, understanding your own cognitive style so you can stop fighting against your natural instincts and start leveraging your strengths. Enough theory, let's get practical. I'm not giving you a long quiz. We're doing this fast. This test is about catching your brain's instinct for processing information. In a moment, I'll show you a list of 15 words. Don't memorize them. Just read them once, top to bottom in about 10 seconds. Ready? Here's the list. Bed, rest, awake, tired, dream, wake, snooze, blanket, doze, slumber, snore, nap, peace, yawn, drowsy. Done? Don't scroll back up. The test is over. The important part isn't what you read, it's what happens next. In the next section, we'll figure out what your brain focused on. That answer is the key to your personal learning code. Take a deep breath. The real discovery is about to begin. The 10 seconds are up. Now, without looking back, write down all the words you remember. Don't overthink it, just jot down what comes to mind. Finished? Good. Now, did you write down the word sleep? Check your list. Many people do, but here's the twist. Sleep wasn't on the list. Go back and check if you don't believe me. This is a classic psychological test. The Diess-Roediger-McDermott paradigm. Your brain saw a theme and filled in the blank. It connected the dots and created a false memory based on the overall concept. Now look at your list. Did you remember specific words like slumber or doze, or just the big obvious ones? Did you recall the theme word sleep, or mostly the actual words? The combination of what you remembered is about to reveal your learning type. Ready to find out what it all means? Let's break it down. Here's what your results say about you. Your results separate two fundamental learning profiles. If you wrote down sleep, you're likely a pattern seeker, a top-down processor. Your brain looks for the big picture, the context, the why. You saw the theme so powerfully, you inserted the word into your memory. You need to understand the forest before the trees. If you didn't write sleep, but remembered lots of specific words, you're a detail collector, a bottom-up processor. You start with raw data, gathering evidence before seeing the big picture. You see the trees first, then build the forest. Neither type is superior. The world needs both big-picture thinkers and detail-oriented doers. The problem? Our education system often favors one type, but now you know your profile, you can use strategies that fit your brain. Stop fighting your instincts, start using them. Knowing your type is just the start. Each has a blind spot. Pattern seekers often skip the details. You get the main idea, then move on. Your fix. Before moving on, force yourself to find 3 specific facts that support the main idea. Write down key action items after meetings. Anchor your big picture thinking in reality. Detail collectors get lost in the weeds, memorizing facts but missing the theme. Your fix. Always ask why before memorizing details. Read the introduction and conclusion first. Step back and articulate the overall goal at the end of a project. For both types, the goal is balance. Connect the big idea to the details and vice versa. Add a new tool to your workshop, not change who you are. The best learners know how to use every tool. Recognize your weakness, build a habit to compensate, and you'll learn anything faster. It's not about changing your type, it's about becoming more versatile. That's how you unlock your full potential. For generations, education was one size fits all. Pattern seekers got bored, detail collectors got lost. But now, AI is changing everything. Imagine a tutor that knows you're a pattern seeker, so it gives you the big picture first, then quizzes you on connections. Or a tutor for detail collectors, breaking down concepts into small steps, building up to the abstract. This isn't science fiction. AI-powered platforms are already adapting to your cognitive profile. They analyze your answers, track your struggles, and adjust in real time. For pattern seekers, AI generates analogies and mind maps. For detail collectors, it creates flashcards and step-by-step guides. The promise personalized learning for everyone, but there are risks: data privacy, algorithmic bias. The goal isn't to put you in a box, but to help you grow. AI should meet you where you are, then push you to become more versatile. The future is about AI empowering teachers and students, not replacing them. Theory is great. It provides a foundation and a framework for understanding. But real change comes from action. It's about putting those theories into practice and seeing what works for you. You've discovered your cognitive type and perhaps more importantly, your main pitfall. Understanding these aspects of yourself is the first step toward improvement. Now, here's a practical toolkit. A collection of strategies and techniques designed to help you overcome those pitfalls and leverage your cognitive strengths. Don't try to overhaul your entire learning process at once. Instead, pick 1 or 2 strategies to try this week. Experiment and see what resonates with you. For pattern seekers, those who thrive on understanding the big picture and connecting ideas, the why first rule, always get the summary or big idea before diving in. This will give you the context you need to make sense of the details. Mind map everything. Use visuals and webs, not linear notes. Connect ideas in a way that reflects how your mind naturally works. Teach to learn. Explain concepts out loud to someone else. This forces you to organize your thoughts and identify any gaps in your understanding. Inspiring workspace. Surround yourself with things that spark ideas. Create an environment that stimulates your curiosity and encourages exploration. For detail collectors, those who excel at precision and thoroughness, the first 5 rule: break big projects into 5 small steps, focus on one at a time. This prevents overwhelm and allows you to maintain your attention to detail. Linear notes. Use outlines, bullet points, and lists. Structure your notes in a way that makes it easy to find and recall specific information. Flashcards. Perfect for memorizing facts and formulas. Break down complex information into manageable chunks. Organized workspace. Keep your space tidy and your tasks sorted. A clutter-free environment promotes focus and reduces distractions. The ultimate goal? Become a versatile learner, someone who can adapt their approach to suit different subjects and situations, able to zoom in and out, to shift your perspective as needed, see the forest and the trees, understand the big picture while still appreciating the importance of the details. Start with what feels natural, with the strategies that align with your cognitive type, but borrow from the other toolkit when needed. Don't be afraid to experiment with techniques that might seem outside your comfort zone. The best craftspeople use every tool in the shop. They know when to use a hammer, when to use a screwdriver, and when to use something else entirely. Try one thing tomorrow, just one small adjustment to your learning routine, and see how it changes your learning. Pay attention to how it affects your focus, your understanding, and your overall experience. Small adjustments make a big difference. Over time, these small changes can lead to significant improvements in your learning abilities. We've busted myths, taken a test, and built your toolkit. But none of this matters if you don't do the work. Understanding your type isn't a magic pill, it's a map. You still have to walk the trail. Don't use your new label as an excuse. This knowledge is your key to get out of the box, not stay in it. Think of one area where you feel stuck. How can you apply what you've learned? Pattern seekers. Start with the big picture. Detail collectors. Master one step at a time. Improvement is a series of small, practical steps every day. What's your next step? What will you try tomorrow? The real learning begins when you start doing. Share your results in the comments. Now go get to work.